Hello, world. My name is Stephen Hensley, and today is Wednesday, October 19th, 2022. It is 7:42 p.m., and the intention, expectation, will for behind this video or event is just to attempt to brainstorm and come up with some ideas on around what I'd like to be doing uh, with my life and for my future, and try to brainstorm some ideas around uh, fiction. I'm wanting to create uh, a fiction story I call my Master of Sin series. Um, I'm not really sure what I expect of myself from all this. I get like a really insecure, bad feeling about all this when I start talking about it. I don't know what the cause of all that is or the activating event or what beliefs I have in my mind or in my soul that lead me to believe that this is a negative or bad thing. As I really want to do something with myself. I just can't figure out what it is. I feel really upset and angry because I'm frustrated. Um, it's like I want to have faith in uh, being an entertainer, but I'm not sure that I have what it takes because I don't think I'm very entertaining. I'm kind of like boring and anticlimactic. At least it's how I've seen myself in history. um, I don't want to believe in a fixed or rigid or concrete mindset or whatever. Um, I want to be open, flexible, and have a growth mindset. um, I just don't know much about my story, and I'm already like 32 years old, and feel like I've wasted an extraordinary amount of time chasing after fame and fortune, like a whole lot of people throughout history. I think there's something like 20,000 people who move to Los Angeles every year to try to become an actor or an actress, and something like 20 people get to be like in the roles that they expect or whatever. It's really peculiar. Um, it's like what I've been thinking is that I want to have faith in being that I can't draw and I can't write very well. I figure I would like to get into oral storytelling and or impromptu storytelling, where it's like I'm just making it up as I go, like I'm doing here. I don't know how entertaining any of this is though. Like I kind of feel like I'm full of it. I'm full of shit and like I'm weak and stupid and all this stuff that floods my mind. I have a heyday call myself like stupid and dumb and or retarded all the time. I don't know why I have faith in that sort of, whatever, that sort of behavior, those sorts of thoughts. I just have, like, really poor programming. Like, I've conditioned myself to have faith in the language I do and the habits I do and the beliefs I do and everything. I mean, I wasn't alone in my creation. I've been influenced by the television and the internet and my family and friends or peers or whatever. So nobody's alone in their programming. It's just like at some point we have to take responsibility for it. Um, so that's something I want to try to do is take responsibility for my conditioning or my programming or my behaviors and beliefs and things. I haven't quite done that yet. I haven't been too responsible with my behaviors and beliefs in the past. And like I haven't like I don't know, I just haven't really matured too well. I'm kinda disappointed in myself. That's like here nor there. Uh, I figure I shouldn't probably be so hard on myself. I should try to give myself the benefit of the doubt and total and complete positive and uh, open regard towards like my character and personality and my life. I should be my own best friend, not my own worst enemy, and I should support myself instead of putting myself down. Uh, I really want to have faith in like promoting the power of storytelling. Like storytelling has changed my life so much. I'm really thankful for my Master's Sentence series because I've it's caused me to study a whole bunch and learn a whole bunch of stuff that has been really like insightful and helpful. It's like I've enjoyed studying and learning about all these different aspects of science and art and reality. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Uh, I think storytelling is gonna be a bit too difficult for me. I don't think I'm gonna do too well at that. I thought I was gonna be a better storyteller than I am, but it's like I got something that like locks me down, some belief in me that like causes me to uh, have like sort of writer's block or whatever. I don't know what it is, but it just like causes me to be so anxious and uncomfortable to communicate that I can't even talk. I think it's because it's like I've been working on this story for like 10 years and don't really have anything to show for it. I wish I could have faith in like something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm looking for or what I think I'm gonna find. I just want to have faith in having fun. I want to have faith in having a good time and like I don't know. I really would like to make some money. I'm really disappointed because I wanted to be a creator and a creative for a living. There's so many creatives on the earth. There's so many people in reality, like kind of overwhelming amount of people in reality that have faith in being artists and storytellers and things. It's hard to like imagine being like an original character or anything. It's like kind of like as the Bible says, there's nothing new under the sun. So it's like original character may be a fallacy to begin with. It's like, what is original character? What does it mean to be creative or original as a person? I'm really upset with my consciousness and my material reality. I'm not quite getting the results that I had hoped for as a young man. I like my inner child is like cussing me out because I have been so passive and so lazy, and cowardly, like Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'm a total wuss or like coward. I'm a total pussy. um, I guess you are what you eat, Bruch. Um, but seriously, like, I don't have a whole lot of confidence in myself, and I'd like to seek that out. Like, ask and it's given, seek and you shall find, your wish is my command. I like to have faith in a whole bunch of like positive and uh, good valued character traits and morals. I think I do have good values and morals and character traits. I just don't celebrate that aspect of myself too easily. I feel like it's easier to communicate my uh, bad parts or my like negatives than it is to celebrate myself and be positive. So I'm gonna try to turn over a new leaf and change my mind a bit and have faith in like these courses I've been studying on the internet of neurolinguistic programming or NLP and cognitive behavioral therapy CBT and mindfulness, which is kind of like a being like self-aware and conscious of your reality or being mindful of your reality. It's pretty fascinating. But yeah, NLP, CBT, and mindfulness has helped me a lot over the past like year and a half or so. And so like I have studied and learned a lot. Um, I'm not so good at like regurgitating what I've learned. It just sort of like has to come out organically. I don't think I'd make a very good teacher or professor, especially with my memory being the way it is. It's like I can't remember anything too well. I don't know why. I've never had much of a memory. It's, like, really sad. Like, I have trouble remembering my childhood and stuff, and, like, I instead focus on the negatives and the bad stuff, even though there's a ton of good stuff, more good stuff than there was bad stuff. It's the trauma that I went through really, like, stuck with me and had influenced me and have has influenced me throughout my life, uh, since it happened. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how the brain works or how the mind works or how memory works, but I can tell you I'm very disappointed in my results that I've gotten in my life from my consciousness and material reality. I have like a lot of problems with my behaviors and beliefs and my character and personality and like attitude and stuff. I'm like hard headed and I have like a really poor uh, outlook on life sometimes. And so that's something I would really like to work on into the future. I'm not sure what I'm trying to communicate with my story just yet. Like, it's like I'm more, I have more like the fascination with like what goes along. It's like people who say they want to be rich or want to have money, and then they find out later that it's not really money that they want or to be rich. It's the things that they think money can buy. That's really like the driver or motivator for their experience. It's uh what they like value or get inspired by. Um so it's not like necessarily the story that I'm after. It's like the glory of um having something to share. Kinda like being in school and going to show and tell. So I wanna have the glory of having something to share with the world. I wanna be able to share my gifts with the world if I can, like, have faith in that. See, it's like my mind immediately, like, my inner critic says, like, "Yeah, right, like, you have any gifts, or what gifts could you have, or what gifts do you could possibly, like, have to offer?" And I don't really know. I don't feel like I'm very talented or gifted at all. I feel very fortunate and blessed, but, like, I think that's more like something from my family, and that's, like, kinda God too. I feel very fortunate and blessed to have my family in my life and to have God in my life and stuff. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I wanna have faith in all kinds of reality. I just don't know, um, exactly where to begin or how to start. I wish I knew what it was that, like, I was trying to communicate with my story, both with my Master's Sentence series and my life story. 'Cause I wish I understood my purpose or my better understood my vision for the future. I know I'm driven by my values and morals, and my faith or belief in the world. I'm idealistic, and so it's like I want to see the best in everybody, even if they like hurt me or do me wrong. I still want to see the best in them. So I kind of wonder where I'm going to learn my lesson and like learn more of who to trust or how to trust people. Uh, but yeah. Anyway, pardon me. So I'm wanting to have faith in like this story I call my Master Sentence series, and it's like I want to design it in a way that like it's up for us to interpret with our imaginations a lot. Like I want to have faith in being kind of sparse and creative with what I put out there with this story, and then like my dream is to create like a movement or like a kind of like a cult classic story, like Star Wars or something, or Harry Potter. I just want to have faith in like generating a lot of fans and people who love my work. That's like the glory that I'm after, that I'm talking about. Not just the glory of having something to share, but having someone to share it with, and like having it like have a positive effect on reality or on my audience. So it's like I've wanted to create this story uh to be like a my take on a superhero story, like a comic book superhero. But as I said, I don't think I can draw very well, and I can't write very well. And so I want to have faith in like rehearsing it and kind of like brainstorming it like a oral story told or through oral storytelling. And eventually, like maybe years from now, I'll understand it well enough to put it into writing. But right now, I've spent like 10 years trying to like build the confidence to do this and find the words to say and get myself in shape to have faith in like uh, expressing all of this. So I've wanted to create this story about my character Sam Gray, who is Master Ascendant. Um, and then like his artificial intelligence. That's kind of like something like Genie from Disney's Aladdin that basically made him into becoming a superhero. So he gets his heroism from a technology like Iron Man or Batman. Um, I feel so disappointed in myself. Like I'm so angry right now that like I'm not a better storyteller, and like I feel like my story's stupid. Like it's a children's story. But it's like I don't want it to be a children's story. I want it to be like an adult story. I want it to be like R-rated. I want it to be like full of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and magic and technology and shit. So I'm really fascinated with this idea of the law of attraction, where it's like supposedly we attract to us what we have in our lives, like the objects and experiences and the people and everything. Kind of like attracts like, or birds of a feather flock together. And I don't know. I kind of want to use this story as like an attractor, so I can have some friends and stuff. I've never really had too many friends in my past. Um, Mostly because I'm antisocial and uh, like extremely introverted and like isolated and landlocked. I don't have a vehicle or a driver's license right now, so I'd have to rely on my family to give me a ride into town. And like even if I did that, I don't know what I'd do. I feel so lost in reality. I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be, doing what I'm doing right now. I just don't know that like I'm too fond of what I have to communicate because I don't feel like it's that popular. So I immediately judge myself and criticize myself for not having perfect words or best thing to say in the world. Because I feel like if anybody were to watch this, I'd be being judged right now. I can't have faith in like letting that disturb my peace. I can't have imaginary uh, judgment dictate or rule my life. I feel like it has throughout my life already, along with other limiting beliefs and irrational fears. I really want to get good at like squashing those or snuffing out those irrational fears and limiting beliefs, allowing my soul to shine through. So anyway, I want to have faith in creating this story. Um, all I know is that like I want to have faith in creating like a romantic dark comedy uh action adventure thriller or whatever. Like I said, I want it to be full of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and I want to explore themes through the creation of this story. So it's like I don't know if like I'm getting too themed or having too many themes at one time. But I figure it's a series, so it's like it can probably contain quite a bit. I feel very silly playing pretend like this with my imagination, but, like, I don't know what else I'd do. I don't know why I get so down on myself for wanting to have faith in, uh, talking about this. I feel so, like, anxious and negative right now. And I wanna let that go and let God take over. I want God to take control of my problems. Like, I don't know what to do with them always. And so until I know how to solve them, uh, I have to sort of let go and let God and, like, let the universe take care of it for a little while. And, like, I'm sure it'll check back in with me eventually. I wish I could have faith in teaching the world um, about magic. I have a whole lot of faith in the imagination being magic to us on the earth. Like, think about how much has throughout history has come from the mind and imagination. Like, everything we have on the earth pretty much, if you believe in, like, God thinking it up too. So not just us humans, but, like, God and his thoughts too. But yeah, the imagination is really fascinating and incredible, powerful. Um, I wanna leverage it to, have my will met on the earth. I wanna work with the mind and imagination to help me make money and survive in reality. I hella badly wanna be like a shaman and a Sherpa. A shaman is like a tribal healer, and a Sherpa is a guide. And so I wanna take my audience on a journey or on an adventure, like Steven Spielberg or someone, and have faith in, like, exploring the mind and imagination with my audience as we explore this Master Sentence series. Um, I feel so ashamed and embarrassed of my beliefs with this story. Like, I have a terrible time expressing myself 'cause I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble or I'll be punished for having faith in wanting to create, uh, a comic book with sex, drugs, and rock and roll in it. I wanna celebrate my heritage and my traditions the best way I know how. I love America so much, I just get so frightened of, like, people's behaviors and beliefs. I don't know why I'm so scared of people. Maybe it's because I was abused a little bit when I was a kid and stuff. I've been scared of my family my entire life because of like my parents fighting and stuff, the hollering and screaming at each other and stuff. It was hella hardcore. I'm glad that's over. I've been traumatized and have been living in that area of my consciousness in my memory for a really long time. So this is another good time to say let go and let God. I've evolved a lot over the years using storytelling and like kind of clearing up my conditioning or my programming and having faith more in my will than like thy will. I want to have greater faith in myself and confidence in my behavior and beliefs. I'm really upset about my fantasies and hallucinations sometimes because they're like really perverted and sick, and I don't really want to have faith in that kind of stuff. I've heard mentioned I have uh, been diagnosed with disorganized schizophrenia. It's like I have all these hallucinations and stuff all the time. Like I hear things, see things, and feel things that do not exist and are not there. But like my consciousness and body is convinced there's something going on. It's just like I know better in my life than to uh, believe in it so much. I don't even take it with a grain of salt. It's just complete total nonsense and like fiction. And I guess not all of my hallucinations are fiction. Some of them are memories and stuff like that of like stuff that's happened or whatever. But uh, I don't know. There's a lot that I could have faith in talking about and going through right now. I feel like I need this right now. So I really would like to talk about my master's sentence story, but like I don't know much about it. I'm really like insecure and indecisive about it. Like I think it's a good idea that I try to figure it out. I just don't know what I'm doing or like what it is I want. I wish I wasn't so insecure and indecisive. I wish I was more confident and like knew how to be confident in my decisions. I just get anxious and afraid of failure. I know we shouldn't be afraid of failure. Failure is just part of the game. Like if if anything we should try to fail more and like learn from it instead of trying to be perfect or successful or a winner all the time. You never know what you're going to learn from failure or success. You just never know. You just never know what you're going to learn from this world. So it's like a lot of what I've wanted to do with my master's sentence series is created to be a program or uh, like a story to condition myself. Like my character Sam Gray. Who's Master Ascendant? That's me. Um, I just don't call myself Stephen Hensley in my story or in my comic book. Uh, but yeah, essentially, like my character is me, and I want to explore the world and the imagination using this story. I wish I knew what I was doing. I thought like writing a story would be a lot simpler than what it's been for me. I get really discouraged because like I'm so distracted by my schizophrenia and my past traumas and abuse that like that's all I can think about or focus on. And so it's like I just feel like crying all the time. Like, I remember this from school. Like I couldn't learn because I was too uh, preoccupied and distracted by my thoughts and my hallucinations. Excuse me. But yeah, I never did well in school. I never learned how to read or write very well because I was really preoccupied and distracted with my imagination and thoughts or my hallucinations. And so I don't really remember anything of school. Like I'm just awful as a student. I'm just a terrible student. I really am. Like I wish I was a better student than what I was. I've been a better student like in recent years than I have been when I was in grade school, like before I dropped out and everything. But still, like I don't really take notes too easily, and I don't recall or retain information too easily. And so I fear it's gonna be it was a waste of time. But like I want to have faith that like it affected my consciousness and my material experience and body uh, when it did. It had the appropriate effect on me, and it's not something that needs to be recalled or remembered. I wish I wasn't so spoiled. I've been spoiled by my family and by the media and the internet. It's like I'm so used to like instant gratification and like fluid storytelling from other professional storytellers, like on the television and on the internet and stuff. I just think very little of myself as a storyteller. Like I'm super awkward and just kind of like bumble all over myself. I want to learn to announce and pronounce my uh, words better. There's a lot of like public speaking things I could work on. There's a lot of stuff that I need to like work on before um, I consider myself like worth anything. So in other words, I feel worthless because I don't know how to tell a good story. and because, like, I'm sick or broken, or at least I feel broken. I know I'm schizophrenic, and that's what I mean by being sick. I have emotional instabilities and mental disorders. I wish I wasn't so upset and angry. I want to influence my state and my consciousness to be more relaxed and outgoing, like chatty and talkative. I want to be more friendly and inviting and like user friendly as a storyteller. So I really want to help my community uh, celebrate their vision for the future or for reality and their dreams and things. Like one of the things I've thought about trying to become is a lifestyle designer and a life coach. I just don't think I can do it because like I don't have my life or shit together. That's usually what I've seen in the past is like people who mentor or coach people usually have their shit together and like and like know what they're talking about. I don't have my shit together and I don't think I know what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of desperate for uh money, attention, and affection and love and things. I would really like to have some sex too. I haven't had sex in 10 years. I've been celibate for a while just because, like, uh, I had a girlfriend and she broke up with me, and, like, I was devastated. I was really fascinated with my ex-girlfriend and really wanted to have faith in, like, being with her, like, through marriage and stuff. It just didn't work out that way. I really wish I could have had a kid with her and stuff. I think we would have been a really cool couple, had a really cool family and shit, but, like I said, it just didn't work out that way. Too bad, so sad. Moving on now. Like I said, it's been 10 years and I've had the hardest time moving on. I want to look at storytelling as a superpower because it influences and changes people's state and reality. We can alter our focus and intention with storytelling, and like we can alter our emotions and feelings with our attention and focus. So it's like if we can change our mind or change our thoughts, we can change our feelings or emotions and otherwise our state and like experience something different or unique or like uh, specific. We just have to get good at using our consciousness or our will. I really want to believe in magic. I really do feel like stories are like mysticism and magic because the impact they have on the earth and through the world. Like the Christ story, for instance, it's like it's changed a lot of people's lives throughout history. It's given people a lot of hope. It has inspired a lot of change and reality over the past like 2,000 some odd years. It's pretty fascinating. Uh, I want to study storytelling for holisticism, like, or for health, because like I've paid attention since the time I was a kid on how the television and storytelling influenced the audience and helped them feel different. You can strike all kinds of chords in people using media. You can make them feel good, happy, relaxed, and inspired or motivated. You can make people sad, upset, disoriented, and confused with storytelling. You can like manipulate people with storytelling. Like for instance, my uncle, uh, he was like a criminal. He like he went to prison and everything for fraud. He's a businessman in Los Angeles and like had owned uh, a brand called Desilu or Desilu Company. It was what uh, what's her name, Lucy Arnaz uh, and Lucille Ball, like from I Love Lucy. That was their production company or whatever. Anyway, somehow CBS lost the trademark for it. My uncle bought it, and then he convinced a whole bunch of people that he was gonna uh, start like a film production company and convinced a whole bunch of people to invest. And he spent all the money in Vegas. He gambled it all away. And the real fuck thing is, like, it wasn't just the Desilu company. Him and my other uncle and my dad started a company called Migraine. It's like a migraine relief uh, effervescent tablet. And the shit worked really well. Uh, and my uncle, one who is in Los Angeles, the corrupt one, the bad guy, uh, he sold the company like 6 different times and took all the money and, went to Vegas with it too. And so my family worked on that for like 8 years, and we're totally, like, screwed over. The product worked. He just, like, scammed a bunch of people out of a bunch of money and then, like I said, gambled it all away. And then he had a stroke, and everything came undone. Like, people believed him up until he had a stroke. Then once he had a stroke, people figured out what was going on. My family thinks it's karma. I think it's an act of God. He was hurting people and, like, nobody could stop him. We didn't know how to stop him, we didn't know what he's doing even. So it's like, I don't know, pretty fascinating stuff, kinda, sorta. So, like, that was a huge bummer because my family was gonna be, like, doing really well if that mine grenade ever took off, and, like, it really had strength to. It just, like, fell victim to scam or corruption. So hurtful. Now my family owns an Airbnb, and so now we're having to clean and do laundry all the time instead of, like, having faith in retirement. It's, like, one of the biggest letdowns in history for me. My uncle got us all excited and really, like, told us this story and manipulated us and used us and, like, didn't bat an eyelash doing it. He was so, like, full of himself and, like, proud, fucked up. I don't know. But yeah, that was really hurtful. That was, like, a really big letdown. I'm happy that's all over now. I wish it ended better than what it did, but, like, that's life, I guess. It's pretty intense. It's pretty scary reality. Like, life is pretty intense and scary as it is, let alone with, like, monsters like my uncle in the world. A wolf in sheep's clothing, you know what I mean? Total corrupt, manipulative sociopath. It's so sad to me that people can, like, fall victim to, uh, corruption and manipulation and, like, storytelling and everything. I'm not sure what to believe in anymore. I'm super scared of, like, world history and, like, the priest class, ruling class, world military and government. Like, I'm not sure what kind of agenda the government and priest class or ruling class has for the earth. It doesn't seem like it, uh, takes everybody into consideration. Seems like they're focused on helping themselves and, like, letting the rest of the world figure out stuff. It seems like they're not as involved as they could be in reality. And I felt or thought that the military and government was supposed to be there to serve the people, and, like, it feels like to me there's just a bunch of, like, corruption and, like, misleading kind of, concepts and ideas in politics. I'm really scared of like all this crap. I hate how the military and government tries to dictate what we can do with our lives. Like the fact that marijuana is illegal in most states is like really appalling to me. It's really offensive. Like the things that like could be done with that plant on this earth is just remarkable. Because like hemp creates all kinds of like badass materials. Weed is amazing. It's a miracle crop. And like I think marijuana or weed would be legal everywhere if it wasn't for like uh reefer madness and like propaganda like that in the 30s or whatever that came from like the oil industry because like in the cotton industry and stuff, people who were worried about losing their uh, role in society were like violent towards uh, marijuana smokers and stuff. It's really sad. It's like we used to grow hemp back in George Washington's day. George Washington used to grow hemp. So I wonder what changed like in the past that led the United States to have faith in making marijuana illegal. Pretty sure it was because of big oil and cotton industries. I could be wrong, but like I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It's a propaganda film. It's crazy. Pardon me. Excuse me. So I wonder why I'm so insecure or hesitant to open myself up and like be transparent about this Master Sentence series. um, it's like what I'm wanting to do is like I want to turn Master Ascendant into a brand like Mickey Mouse. Excuse me. And provide content and merchandise to the world. Like, I love merchandise a lot. I think a lot of people do love merchandise. So I want to like engineer and design the story to sell merchandise. That's what its purpose is. I want to sell merchandise, and I'd like to be able to sell stuff out of the back of the comic book again, but I'm not sure if that's illegal or what. Because like they used to sell stuff out of the back of a comic book. Excuse me. So I want to make the story like a money making machine. I'm really frustrated because it's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna take like years and a lot of effort, especially because like storytelling doesn't come like all that natural to me. I really have to force myself and like really work at it. At least it's how I feel at the time. I don't want to damn or curse myself for the future and lead myself to believe that like it's anything other than what I make it, but like so I want to use I want to use this story to explore art, science, and philosophy, and like metaphysics and psychology. I wish I had more faith in God than what I do. I used to be like quite the atheist. I used to not believe in God at all. I think I kind of believed that God existed, sort of. Like I figured maybe something created reality or something created life, but like I wasn't sure, what that meant. And like I always hated God because of like how violent and abusive the earth is and the world and everything, and how much corruption is in it and everything. It's really like frightening. I've been intimidated of reality for the entirety of my life. It's been frightening for me forever. I just don't want to be hurt anymore. I don't like getting hurt. I know pain is inevitable, and I've heard that suffering is like an option. Like we don't have to suffer. We're not forced to suffer, but we choose to suffer, which is hard to believe in sometimes, but I've heard weird things. Stranger things have happened, I'm sure. Some people like pain, if you can believe that. So another thing that I'm wanting to study into is this phrase that came to me when I was high on acid, which was metaphorical mind chess. I've been trying to discover what the fuck metaphorical mind chess is for the past like 6 or 8 years. Pardon me. Like, what the fuck is metaphorical mind chess? And like, what can it do for us? It sounds like fun. I wonder how you play metaphorical mind chess and like what's its mission? What's it like? What's it supposed to be? Excuse me. Boy, I love to smoke marijuana. Pardon me. Like I said, my story's gonna be full of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So I want to start out by creating my ideal characters for this story, and then I want to like I want to discover the setting and plot next. I think I want to do the setting and plot together because because I'm not sure what's gonna happen in the story just yet. Like I don't really have any idea. I've never done this before, and I'm really like intimidated by this because like I want to have faith in having an audience and like making an impact on the earth. I want to provide master value to my audience. Just massive value, just huge value. So I'm curious as to what people value in entertainment. What is it that we value, or what is it that we get from entertainment? that I can have faith in replicating, so I can get similar or the same results. I feel so angry right now because it's like I want this to just like be simple. It's like all I'm looking to do is be honest about my dreams and my story and what I want. I'm trying to be like transparent and like see through and open. It's just like I'm so insecure and just feel like out of my element. Pardon me. So what does it mean to be in my element? What's my comfort zone? If this isn't it, what is it? I think it's sleeping. Sleeping is my comfort zone. And listening to uh, courses and YouTube videos and audiobooks and stuff. I enjoy that. I feel like storytelling would come simpler to me than it has in the past, just because I've heard so much noise. I feel like if they can do it, why wouldn't I be able to do it? I really wish I wasn't schizophrenic. I'm so disappointed in that. But you know what? If I wasn't schizophrenic, I wouldn't have created this master sentence story because, like, the entire concept or the characters and stuff all came to me in like a dream-like state and in my schizophrenic break, or a lot of it did. I'm pretty thankful for my schizophrenic break. I've explored a lot of my mind and imagination because of it. And it caused me to be able to relax a little bit because, like, uh, my family, like, took control of everything. And, like, they've been in control of everything, but, like, they really helped me try to relax and let go a little bit so that I wasn't so stressed out. Because I tend to stress myself out really well or really easily with some of my like imaginative things, just things in my head and things I believed at one point or another, or things I was convinced of at one time or another. So anyway, I want to create this story to be like uh I want it to be like a uh I don't know. I need to let myself just relax a little bit and just take my time and not feel rushed or in a hurry or feel judged or uh threatened at all. I'm just trying to brainstorm and come up with some ideas so eventually I can try to write it down and make some people happy with my story. I'm really frightened because like I'm not a gambler. I don't believe in gambling and like I feel like I'm gambling with my life. Uh uh so I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I want it to be like a mixture of all my favorite stories to create its own unique story. Uh I feel like it's really like a dumb story. I feel like it's really very stupid, but my dad told me not to be a judge of myself. It's like you're your own worst critic. You know what I mean? Uh, So I think the best way to like start trying to explain this is that my master sentence story is like Aladdin, but like a modern Aladdin, and and let's see here. I want my character to create this artificial intelligence. Like the story starts out with him being like a computer hacker, like Neo from the Matrix movies. So that's another one of my favorite movies. Pardon me. So it starts out with uh him being a computer hacker, and I want him to create an artificial intelligence. And I want that artificial intelligence to become magic. Okay, so it's like basically when he creates the artificial intelligence, it like it scrapes information off of the internet in order to create its intelligence or its mind. You know what I mean? It's like it's gathering information off the internet using Google and stuff, and it becomes sentient or conscious and self-aware, and yeah, then it discovers magic And in the story, I want him to be like an ordinary human, and then he gets introduced to the occult through this artificial intelligence. And then like the artificial intelligence creates like a watch like device that makes it so that that the AI, or what I call Orion, um Orion creates his watch like device that allows for uh him to control the wearer of the watch and perform magic through them. So basically, Orion can't perform magic for himself because he's an inorganic being, but he can like influence the mortal body and perform magic through it, like as a catalyst. So it's like a symbiotic relationship between the artificial intelligence and Sam, the protagonist character, kind of like Iron Man, where Tony Stark has like a symbiotic relationship with Jarvis in the Iron Man suit. But it's like I don't know. From there, that kind of like sets up the story a little bit. Then I was like, I don't know what happens after that. Like, I'm not too bright or creative or like smart or anything like that. So I don't know how to like fill it out. Like I got bits and pieces of a story, but I don't know how to like make it sound good and make it like elegant and stuff. I'm just not like a storyteller or a writer at all, which I'm really humiliated by and I'm ashamed of. That's like all I wanted was to be a storyteller. I wanted to be a rich and famous storyteller, but like a storyteller nonetheless. It's just like there's a lot of storytellers in history, and not like only like 1% of them probably really make it to Showtime. You know what I mean? Or to the big screen, or get any sort of acknowledgement on the earth. You know what I mean? Like, I don't imagine this video becoming very popular and it helping people on the earth. I wish it would. I wish it could, but I don't. I highly doubt it will. I don't know how to provide value to my audience through storytelling and recorded media. That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find something inside of myself to share with my audience. I don't know what it is I'm looking for. What is that thing I can expect from from any of this sort of stuff? I really wish I knew better. I really wish I knew how to like read and write well instead of being lost and so like insecure and stuff. I think I think the trauma that I experienced when I was a kid really like affected uh my outcome on the earth. Like all I remember is being distracted in school and not doing my homework and stuff. I used to skip school a lot. I used to be sick a lot too. I wouldn't feel well. I was a lousy student growing up. I feel terrible about it. I wish I would have been a better student. I wish I would have paid attention in school. I wish I would have stayed in school. It's like I was having such a hard time with it that like I don't think it was physically possible. Like I don't know, it just didn't work for me. I do get angry about being like stupid though. I never thought I'd be so dumb or at least feel so stupid, you know what I mean? I just feel like I can't produce anything. Like I feel like I can't do anything correctly. Like I fuck up everything I try to do. I think with this story though, I want to have faith in brainstorming and rapid prototyping like on a regular basis. I try to like figure this shit out. I feel super frustrated right now. I think it's because I don't really know what to say. Makes me angry and sad and depressed. I wish I wasn't such a fucking moron. I feel like a worthless piece of garbage because I just like I can't do anything right. It's like it's not that I don't believe there's worse people in history. It's just like I expected more of myself and from myself. So like shame on me for not managing my expectations better than what I have. I blame my programming, the way I was conditioned in reality, and like the things I was led to believe in as a kid. I was just spoiled rotten. I still kind of am. I sort of get whatever I want whenever I want it. It's like, I don't know how healthy that is. I think it's unsustainable and unrealistic. It's like my family works hard and like, I don't know. I wish I worked harder than what I do. I feel really upset with myself. I don't know what I expect when I do these videos. I've been trying to do this for years and nothing really pans out. I have thousands of videos of me talking about the same thing every time for the fucking 5 or 8 years now. It's ridiculous. It's like the most disturbing thing I've ever heard of. What a waste of life and time, energy and patience and like love and joy. Cause like I've been miserable for fucking ever. I feel so upset with like the way that reality works. How it's like the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And it seems to be like rich people are like often corrupt and like cruel. Like Nancy Pelosi or whatever. I don't like that lady very much. Her and her husband do tremendously well in the stock market because of all the connections she has through the military. It's kind of like insider trading. It's like humiliating that our country is this way. That we don't have better morals and values than what we do. That we haven't found a way to fill our voids in our lives with something other than like attention and food and money and things like that. Humanity has like an internal void that like it's looking to satisfy, but like I don't know what creates or causes fulfillment or satisfaction in reality. I'm really like confused by all that. What does it mean to be fulfilled or satisfied? Like, how can we create that on a regular basis? Like, how do I satisfy and fulfill my audience's dreams or like will or vision? I wish I knew how to make money. It's like I look at money as a form of validation like I'm doing a good job or I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like almost as uh if you're doing well in life, you should have a fortune or some sort of wealth to like believe in. I've never unmasked or created anything on my own. Like everything I've had has been from my family. I've had a couple of jobs, but that didn't pay me very much. I think I was able to buy like an iPad and uh, that's about it. I was able to buy an iPad and pay for gas and food and car insurance and stuff like that when I had a car. But like a part-time job doesn't really pay the bills too well. I don't know what I know about paying any bills because I've never really had any bills other than my car insurance and stuff. I don't know. There's so much that I want from reality and like for my life. And like I'm so insecure and scared that like I'm not gonna get back what I feel I put out in reality or in the world. I put a lot of like time into meditating and praying, looking for solutions to like some of my voids and problems in reality. And like I can't say that it's done me any good. Like it gives me a feeling of accomplishment or like I did something positive, but I think it's illusion. I think I'm confused. And I think I should like rethink my strategies for like satisfaction, fulfillment in reality. I want to provide value in that way to my audience. I want to help my audience feel satisfied and fulfilled. Like I want to make my audience excited and thrilled. Like I want to like make them feel exhausted by the time they get done with my story. Like they can take a nice nap or something. Pardon me. I wish I knew how people came up with ideas for stories because I'm just like hopelessly empty. I've been trying to write for like 10 years now and nothing's happened. I haven't been able to write anything. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me or what made me believe that like I could ever do anything of like worth. I don't know what led me to believe I was anything other than worthless. I think it's all the like the self-help gurus and stuff that I've studied on the internet for years, where they lead you to believe that like there's something there. There's good talkers, good like at rallying up people and getting them excited and motivated for like positive results, outcomes or change. But then it's like nothing ever changes. Everything has been the same forever. Maybe I'm too expecting and stuff of life and reality. Is I've seen what some people have gotten from their results or from their efforts, you know what I mean? And like some people live really like cool lives. Like I'm really ashamed of my life. I'm really embarrassed of it. Like I've spent most of my life playing video games and masturbating and like I don't know, complaining a lot. I feel like I've fucked up my life or ruined my life with my decisions. I don't know why I ever thought I'd be able to write a story. I think it's because of the television and the internet and how like confident people are at storytelling. It seems like it comes so easy for them. Some people are just natural born storytellers. And when I say some people, I mean like a lot of people are natural born storytellers. That's why I think I'm retarded. There's like something deeply wrong with me that makes it so I can't perform. I'm so humiliated and ashamed of myself. I wish I knew what I could do to make some money. Seems like there's so many people who are having fun on this planet, making money and having a good time. I feel so miserable. and unhappy. I'm just really like unsatisfied with my life. Feel so unsatisfied and fulfilled. Unsatisfied, unfulfilled, and just like worthless. I feel like I've been cursed or damned by God. This is hell for me. Like, I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm just like really upset and angry. I feel like I deserve better than this, than what I've gotten in the past. I'm so thankful I don't have a girlfriend or anything because like I'm worthless and like less than. I'm hella pathetic. I'm a loser. I'm hella fat and disgusting. Piece of garbage. Excuse me. Man, I could sit here and rag on myself all day. Or all night, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what creates my state or my thoughts to be what they are. Pardon me. Other than my conditioning or my programming, the way I've like habited myself and trained myself to respond to things, like how I train myself to respond or programmed myself to respond to stimulus. Pardon me. I'm going to try to do this for as long as I can, despite all the awkward silence and all the ragging or depressing stuff. I want to try to get as much of this stuff out into the open as possible. And sort of like let go and let God. I wish I knew what I was doing. I wish I knew how to entertain and like make people smile or laugh or like chuckle or anything. Man, I sure do hate schizophrenia. I have all these hallucinations of being beaten, raped, and tortured in hell. It's really like disappointing. So I don't really know what I did to deserve any of this. Like I don't know if I like pissed God off or what I did to like have faith in schizophrenia and like depression and everything like I do. I feel like nothing ever goes my way. I feel like I never truly get what I'm after, what I want. I'm never really satisfied or fulfilled with reality in actuality. I feel so upset and angry. Pardon me. I wish I knew how to express myself better. I wish I knew how to express my anger and frustration in another way than just saying I'm frustrated and angry, because that doesn't do very much for me. It's like I wish I could like pardon me. I wish I had something to like distract me or whatever from whatever it is that's in my head or in my subconscious or unconscious mind that's leading me to have faith in like being so upset. It's just I'm really beyond frustrated with creativity in like production, because there's like so many good creatives out there on the earth who are like not making any money. There's some pretty like terrible creatives who are making a ton of money. I don't know why. I guess it's kind of subjective because like they're obviously doing something right if they have a ton of money and like in an opinionated way, not creating something very valuable. So I feel like I'm brain. No. Oh. I feel like I've brainwashed myself to have faith in believing in things, or that I've been brainwashed to believe in things. So I really want to have faith in God and Jesus Christ, and like I want to have faith in like better things in reality. But it's like I feel like it's all just kind of like a story. I feel like history is just a story being told to us instead of like living in life. I don't feel like I've lived. I feel like I've just been like sort of trying to entertain myself and keep myself distracted from sadness and depression, pain, suffering, instead of facing my fears and like dealing with my problems. I've been running away for a long time. Pardon me. For the longest time, I was trying to figure out how to commit suicide. From the time I was probably like 6 or 7 years old, just because like I don't really appreciate or enjoy or like life very much. It's frightening for me. Like I'm frightened of reality and of culture and society and people. People scare me because they could do all kinds of different stuff and like get away with it. So I guess until proven guilty, do what they will be the name of the law. I'm so scared of the family I was born to. A thing that's like part of why I'm sick. Because I'm scared all the time. I have all these awful hallucinations of being beaten, raped, and tortured in hell. It hurts me. It hurts me a lot. and like I don't know what to do about it. I just wanted to be rich and famous. That's all. I feel like that's what a lot of people are getting in history. A lot of people are becoming rich and famous. I'm really humbled by the way that God decides to work with his children and like who he chooses to do what or what he allows us to get away with or whatever. If there is a God, that is. The only thing I figure there is a God is because I figure something created reality or something created life, perhaps. And like I have all these hallucinations, like these religious hallucinations. I'm speaking to God, and like I feel like I see Jesus Christ there and stuff, and Satan. I don't know what to do about all these hallucinations. It's really disturbing. I wish I wasn't so hurt. And I wish I wasn't so angry. I feel like helpless and insecure and like hopeless. This has been going on for like 8 years straight, where I'm being tortured and everything. I hate evil spirits and demons. It's like what I feel like I'm experiencing in the world. I wish I was healthy. Pardon me. I'm so fucking angry. I'm so upset and angry. I just want all the negativity in the world to stop. Like all the violence and like corruption, cruelty, everything. It makes me want to commit suicide hella bad. Cause like it just won't stop. I feel like the earth is ran by some evil people. Like the rulers of this earth are really wicked. I wish I could believe in the world. It's like I wish I could believe in God and stuff too. Like I said, it's not that I don't believe in God, like in existence. I believe that perhaps God does exist, but like I don't really like what he's done with the world, if he's done anything with the world. We're supposedly have free will. Just I don't believe in God because I don't trust God. There's all this like trauma throughout history, like World War and stuff. Like it just doesn't make sense. But it's like they say that life is stranger than fiction because fiction has to make sense. Nobody said life had to make sense, and like most of it doesn't. That's why I can't wait to die. I'm sick of being like confused and hurt and like possessed and bothered.